drink one anyway. Eating his usual icy algae?
Oh, I believe it is customary in good society drinks, and it's like refreshment at 5 o'clock. Where have you been since last Thursday?
Oh, in the country.
What on earth do you do there?
When one is in town, one amuses oneself. When one is in the country, one amuses other people. It is very boring.
And who are these people you knew?
Oh, neighbours.
What nice neighbours in your part of Shropshire?
Perfectly horrid. Never speak of them.
Oh, no, you must have news. Shropshire is your county, is it not?
What?
Shropshire.
Shropshire? Oh, yes, of course. What's with all the sandwiches? Who's coming to tea?
Oh, merely Aunt Augusta and Gwendolyn.
How perfectly delightful.
Yes, but I'm afraid Aunt Augusta won't quite approve of your being here.
May I ask why?
My dear fellow, the way you flirt with Gwendolyn is perfectly disgraceful. It's almost as bad as the way Gwendolyn flirts with you.
I'm in love with Gwendolyn.
Huh?
I've come up to town expressly to propose to her.
I thought you'd come up for pleasure. I call that business.
How utterly unromantic you are.
Maybe so, but I really don't think that romantic in proposing. It's very romantic to be in love, but there's nothing romantic about a definite proposal. Why? One may be accepted. One usually is, I believe, but then the excitement, it's all over. If I ever get married, I'll suddenly try to forget the fact.
I have no doubt about that, Algie. The divorce courts were specially invented for people whose memories are so curiously constituted.
Oh, there is no use speculating on that subject. Divorces are made in heaven. Please don't touch the cucumbers.
You've been eating them all this time.
That is a different matter. She is my aunt. Have some bread and butter. Bread and butter for Gwendolyn. Gwendolyn is devoted to bread and butter.
And very good bread and butter is too.
My dear fellow, you don't eat as if you're going to eat at all. Hey, you're married to her already. You are not married to her already, and I don't think you ever will be.
May I ask why?
Well, in the first place, girls never marry when they flirt. They don't keep it right.
That's nonsense.
It isn't. It is a great truth. There counts an extraordinary number of bachelors, the ones who's all over the place nowadays. And secondly, I don't give my consent.
Your consent?
My dear fellow, Gwendolyn is my first cousin, and before I allow you to marry her, we have to clear up the whole question of Cecily.
Cecily? What on earth do you mean? I don't know anyone by the name of Cecily, as far as I remember.
I think I should tell you that last time you dined here, you left your cigarette case in the smoking room.
You mean to tell me you've had it all this time?
Why, yes.
I wish to goodness you'd told me sooner. The bright and frantic letters to Scotland Yard about it. I was nearly offering a large reward.
Yes, you would offer one. I happen to be more than usually hard up.
There's no use offering a large reward when one's found it already.
That was rather mean of you, I must say. However, it makes no matter. But now that I look at the inscription inside, I find the thing isn't yours after all.
Of course it's mine. You've seen me with it heaps of times. You have no right whatsoever to read what is written inside. It's very rude to read a private cigarette case.
Oh, it's absurd to have such a hard and vast rule about what one should read and what one shouldn't. One should read everything. More than half of modern culture depends on what one shouldn't read.
Quite aware of the fact. I simply want my cigarette case back.
But this isn't your cigarette case. The inscription inside was from someone with the name of Cecily. And you said you didn't know anyone with that name.
Well, if you want to know, Cecily happens to be my aunt.
Your aunt?
Yes, charming old lady she is too. Lives at Tunbridge Wells. Just in the back.
But why would she call herself Little Cecily if she is your aunt who lives at Tunbridge Wells? From Little Cecily, with her fondest love.
You fellow, what on earth is there of that? Some aunts are tall, some aunts are not tall. It's simply a matter an aunt can decide for herself. You seem to think that every aunt should be exactly like your aunt. That's absurd. For heaven's sakes, give it back!
You just broken your own cigarette case. From Little Cecily, with her fondest love, to her dear Uncle Jack. There is no objection I make to an aunt being small. My aunt, no matter what her size may be, should call her own nephew her uncle. I can't quite understand. And besides, no, it isn't Jack at all. It is Ernest.
It isn't Ernest, it's Jack.
That's absurd. You've always told me your name was Ernest. I have introduced you to everyone as Ernest. You are the most earnest-looking person I've seen in my life. It is absurd you're saying your name isn't Ernest. It's even on your business card. Mr. Ernest Worthing, B4, the Albany. I shall keep this as proof in case you ever attempt to deny your name to me, to Gwendolyn, or to anyone else.
Well, my name is Earnest in town and Jack in the country, and the cigarette case was given to me in the country.
That does not account for the fact that your small aunt Cecily, who lives at 100 Wells, calls you her uncle. Come on, old boy, let's better have a thing out at once.
My dear fellow, you talk exactly as if you were a dentist. It's very vulgar to talk like a dentist when one isn't a dentist. It produces a false impression.
Well, that is exactly what dentists always do. Now, come on, tell me the whole thing. I may mention I've always suspected you of being a confirmed and secret bunburyist, and I'm quite sure of it now.
Bunburyist? What on earth do you mean by bunburyist?
I'll reveal to you the meaning of that incomparable expression as soon as you are kind enough to inform me why you are Ernest in town and Jack in the country.